Hey, my lovely Serene Dream here with another filmy and general energy reading. And if you're new to my channel, this reading can apply whenever you find it. It is a general reading and timeless. It can resonate with you for the day that you find it, the week, the month, or even the year. But do keep in mind, because it is a general reading, it's not going to resonate with everyone. So only take what resonates, leave what does not, reverse the messages if that's how it fits your situation. And if you would like to check out your monthly Zodiac readings or your general forecast for the rest of the year, your love forecast for the rest of the year, you can go ahead and check out the Vimeo links below to view those. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, link to that information can be found below as well. And follow me on Instagram at Serene Dream Things for daily guidance. And let's go ahead and get into your messages for this time. Okay, the first message I'm getting is that you're being heavily guided at this time. I feel that you are I'm hearing enchantment. I don't know how that applies right now. But I do feel like you all are being heavily guided at this time. Okay. Because now, like, I heard enchantment, and now I'm thinking about this show I watched a while ago, Merlin, and whenever somebody would be put under a spell, they would say that that person has been enchanted. So I get that you're going to, I feel like this energy, like this feeling is going to come over you suddenly, and you're going to feel like you need to move in a certain way or do something. It's like something's going to overcome you, and it's going to feel as if it's not your own choice, like you're being moved against your will. I'm not getting any type of spell work. I get that this is like divine energy. I feel like the divine is going to guide you in a way that is sort of forceful. I mean, not sort of, but actually is forceful, and move you in a way that feels like it's against your will. Like you're not going to know what over, like all of a sudden this feeling is going to overcome you, and you're not going to know what came over you. You're just going to be moving or doing something or speaking in a certain way that you don't understand. I feel like even as you're going through these motions, you're going to be like thinking within yourself, like, what am I doing? Like, who am I? Why am I doing this? Why am I going over here? Why am I saying this? And but yeah, I just feel like this is something that has to, it's like you have to, again, in a sense, like you have to return home. I don't know like what that means right now. But I feel like there's, like, you've been away from home for too long, and this doesn't have to mean like physically a home. This could be like maybe returning to who you truly are. This could be returning to a person, like I don't know. It's just, it could play out in so many different ways, but I feel like you've been away from home for too long, and the divine is like kind of in this energy like, get your behind home. Like you need to, like, you, this has been good, like you've been away for too long, you need to go home. It's just this, that's the kind of energy I'm picking up from this. So yeah, I feel like this energy is going to overcome you all of a sudden, and you're just going to be moving in a way, in a direction toward your quote unquote home, whatever that may be for you. And not understanding like why. I feel like once you get there, you're going to understand. It's like, and this may not be an actual, this is just like the clearest example I can give you is how I'm picking it up. It's like you're getting a call while you're on the road, like you're far away on some travels or something, right? And like you get a call from home, from family, and they're like, you need to get home now, but they don't tell you why, but you can sense the urgency in their voice. So it's like you get in the car, you get on the plane, whatever mode of transportation, and you get home. The whole time you're wondering like, why are they calling me home? And like, if it was like you're saying, if it's that important, they could have just told me over the phone. So you're like really puzzled the whole time you're on the way to home, and you're like, what could it possibly be? It can't be that important because they would have told me over the phone. But then at the same time, they're rushing me to get home. So is it something that urgent. And I feel like when you do get quote unquote home, it's like you see exactly why they were urging you to come. It's like this is something you have to see. I don't feel like this is something you can be told. This is, you're being guided to home in order to find out something that you can't, that you otherwise would not know. And yeah, I feel like you're going to be shocked when you do return to this home, whatever, of course, whatever that is for you. You're going to discover something that has been hidden from you all of this time. And I just get that there is a shock associated with this. But at the same time, it's like it's going to make so much make sense. You're going to finally be able to, I'm hearing like at ease. I feel like you had a lot of questions or like things you, yeah, I feel like there were questions lingering for a while now. And you just, things weren't adding up. Because maybe like going back to the example of getting a call from home and then telling you to come home now, without telling you why, it's like while you were away, you weren't getting that many calls from home. It's like all of a sudden the call stopped. Or maybe you would call home and you wouldn't get an answer most of the time. And you just, it wasn't making sense to you because you're like, why aren't they answering the phone? Like, why, are they not calling me? Like, why are they not reaching out to me? It's like all of a sudden, I'm getting like all of a sudden communication stopped. So whatever this home is for you, I get that there was like a disconnect that occurred between you and this home. And I feel that this, and you're about to discover the reason why. It's like you're going to understand why you and this home had this disconnection, why you stopped getting this communication from home. And I just keep hearing shocker, shocker. So it's just whatever this is you're about to discover, it's going to be a shock. But it is going to make everything make sense. Like all those questions you had, all those times where you're wondering like, why home disconnected, why did home disappear, why is home, why did home relocate? It's just so many questions you had. It's just now it's filling in those blanks and you're just like, oh, that's why. It's like the light bulb goes off in your head and it's just like, and I don't feel like it's a duh moment because I don't even feel like you can guess what this is. Whatever this discovery is, like you would have never been able to guess if you hadn't seen it with your own two eyes. But I do feel that this discovery in a sense like brings you to your knees. So there's an emotional aspect to this. Something about this discovery makes you very emotional. It makes you it's like I'm getting somebody saying like, I didn't know you were going through this. Like you, so maybe whatever you discover, if your home involves like a person, for instance, maybe you're going to, like your metaphorical home could be a person, right? And like you and this person stopped talking, like you and this person went through some sort of disconnect and you're guided back to them, right? And so when you reconnect and you find out what's been going on with him, it's like you're in this, like your initial reaction is like you're so emotional, you're just like, I had no idea you were going through this. Like it's like this person was going through something and on your end you just I'm hearing like on your end you just thought they were being an a-hole. Like you just thought that this person was just being mean or something, but it's like if they stopped communicating, it's like they were going through something where they couldn't really communicate. They were going through a situation where that was very difficult for them. And it's like you're coming in on the middle of whatever this is. So this person has been going through this. And so when you realize that this person has been going through this all of this time and you had no idea, it brings you to your knees. It makes you emotional and almost in a sense remorseful Because maybe in your head you were cussing them out, like saying, they just disappeared and you were just mad. But it's like, if you were mad about, the disconnection between you and whatever or whoever this is, it's like all that mad is going to disappear, because when whatever you discover, it's gonna put you in a position where you just feel like you just want to be there for them. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, this was hidden from you, and I feel like this person, whatever this is, whatever this home is, but I'm getting, especially if it's a person, the reason, okay, I'm getting clarification. If your home involves a person, I feel like this person is your soulmate. This person is like your divine counterpart, the person who feels the most like home to you. And of course, we have several soulmates. There's not just one person walking the earth who is just like, the only person you could be with, but there usually is, for most people, one person that fits them the best. And I feel like for you, for those of you who resonate with this reading, if your home is a person, that's this person. This person feels like home to you. Like, you probably connected with several people over your life, but nobody feels like this person. Nobody feels like you do with to each other. So yeah, I feel like when this broke between you, or when you went through this disconnection, I feel like it really affected you, because you felt like you lost your home, like your physical home. It's like literally coming home and realizing you've been evicted and you're homeless. That's how it feels. That's how it felt being without this person. But when you reconnect with them and you realize what they've been going through, it's like, I'm hearing you feel stupid. Like, you could feel stupid, or you could feel like you were selfish or something. It's like whatever they've been going through during this time that you've been apart, it's like it just, everything you were angry about, it just doesn't matter anymore. And if anything, I feel like you could even be beating yourself up about the thoughts you were having about them during this time, thinking that they were just being an a-hole, thinking that they were just being mean or unfair. And I feel like that was not the case. They were going through something, and I feel like they couldn't talk to you about it for some reason, because maybe because you were away. I just keep getting that, like, you could have been physically away, or you could have been just like emotionally distant, like you were busy or whatever, and this person just kind of like never had the time, like you never had the time to really um hear this person out. Like, this person could never like reach out to you and talk about what they were going through. It's like something about you was shut off. And so as a result, this person just kind of like pulled away and like let you have, or let you do whatever it is you were doing. Because I feel like they didn't need the extra stress. Yeah, I feel like you're about to find out something in regards to a loved one. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could even be like something you find out about your family. Like, you and your family have been distant. Maybe you all have been arguing for no good reason, and being away, something happened, and then you come back and you realize that this has been going on, and you're just like, I don't, it's like you put all the pettiness or the arguments aside, and you just want to be there for them. I feel like when you make this discovery, it's like it changes something inside of you. And from that moment on, you're making a vow to be there with this person through whatever they're going through. And whatever it is, it's going to vary between, it's going to vary across, all the people watching, because I'm reading for so many of you. But yeah, if this resonates with you, when it happens, if it's already happening, you will know. You would think about this. I'm getting like you're going to think about this reading and say, oh, that's what Serene Dream was talking about. And it doesn't mean it has to be something very bad. It's just like, I just feel like whatever it is, it's just overwhelming. At least it's overwhelming for like one person to take on. So, for the example of like, maybe you find out that a loved one is sick, and like one of your siblings has been taking care of that. Like, your sibling has been taking, or your other parent has been taking care of that person by themselves, and you had no idea. So you're like, wow, this is what you, it's like you see what they deal with day to day and how they have to care for this person, because the last time you saw them they were in great health, but it's like everything was like, it was like a rapid decline, and you're just like, I wasn't away for that long, like how did this happen? So when you see the process and all they've been taking on by themselves, you're just like, wow, like I was selfish, like I need to, like, it's like it changes you, and you're just like, I'm gonna be here every day, like this is what it's gonna be. I'm not leaving you again, you know. So it doesn't have to be that. It doesn't have to be that somebody's sick. I just feel like somebody is going through something, and they're going through something that's overwhelming for one person, and they're doing it alone. So even if it's something positive, like maybe this person got like good news about like a project they've been selected for, right? And so the project they've been selected to be a part of, it's like it's supposed to be like a five-man job, but they have to do a solo, because the person, like, you're supposed to be a part of their team, and or maybe I won't say a five-person job, maybe it's something that like two or three people are supposed to take on, but because you weren't around and this person is like, maybe you were the only person they could rely on, then it's like they had to do it alone. So it's like it's good news. They have this incredible offer and opportunity, but it's like they have to like pick up the slack that they would normally share with you, because the two of you aren't even speaking. Like that's the energy I'm picking up. So it could, like I said, it could literally be anything. It's just, it doesn't have to be bad. I'm just getting that whatever this discovery is overwhelming when you discover that this person has been doing it by themselves, and you're just like, you just feel stupid. You feel like you just made some sort of mistake, like you shouldn't have left them alone, or you shouldn't have argued, or I just get, there's going to be like a lot of regret inside of you whenever you discover whatever this is. And I just get like, from that moment on, I'm hearing Jesse Powell's You, the lyrics when he says, from this moment on, say that you, yeah. So it's like, from this moment on, it's like you're vowing, you're saying like you're always going to be there. And I feel like because you've been away all of this time and you're vowing to be there, it's like you're gonna like do double the work, or like you're, it's like you're gonna make up for the lost time, or you're going to um yeah, I just get like you're making up for what you haven't done. You're making up for the time that you haven't been there. So you're going to be picking up a lot of the responsibility, or just maybe even taking on a little bit too much, because there's just like guilt there. It's guilt for the time you haven't been there. It's guilt for like how you treated this person, not knowing they were going through this. It's something like that going on inside of you. And so you're just kind of like going out of your way, maybe even overextending yourself to make up for your not being there. You might, the way this person was taking it on all by themselves initially, you might tell them to kind of take a seat and you do it all alone for a while. It's like you, that might be how you decide to make up for whatever, for the time you weren't there and whatever you didn't do. Because you're like, if you went through this, you know, I have to go through this alone. Like, you just sit down, I would do it for a while. And it's like you kind of want to get even, but not in a bad way. It's like you just, you want to pay your dues, or you just want to make up to this, you want to make it up to this person. I just keep getting that, like you're going to feel the great need to make it up to this person, and you don't care about like how much stress it's gonna put on you. I'm hearing somebody say like, put it all on me, like I can take it, I can handle it. So like, yeah, you're just like, I don't care. Like, and it may even be physically impossible for you to take it on like that, but you're gonna try, because you feel like you need to make it up so bad to this person. Like you just, you feel really bad. I just keep getting that energy from someone. Some of you might be asking for divine help to help you get through this, to take this on. Yeah, just as it was overwhelming for this person to take on by themselves, I feel like it's going to be overwhelming for you to try to take this on. Even if you're going to do it alongside them, I feel like it's still overwhelming even for you joining the team now. It's just, and you're going to be seeking like divine guidance. Mind you, divine guidance got you here. Like divine guidance is what led you to home, led you back home. But it's like once you get there and make this discovery, it's like you're going to have to lean on divine guidance again to help you take this on, to help you get through this. And I'm hearing get through it properly, because it's overwhelming. I just keep getting that. I don't know what the like. I don't even really know too many examples, and I feel like I'm not meant to tell you all exactly what it is, because I mentioned the sick thing, but I don't feel like that's like a large number of you. I don't feel like you're going home to somebody sickly. I feel like it's something else that you can't even think up. And I feel like it's meant to be a secret until you get there, because it's something you have to see for yourself. So I'm not even being given the examples or any examples of what it could be, so you can kind of get an idea of what you're about to walk into. But when you walk into it, you're going to know, and you're going to be needing help to take it on, because it's overwhelming. That's all I keep getting. And I get that for most of you is not bad. Like I said, I'm not getting like a bad, sad energy. It's just an overwhelming energy. It's just something that is a very big deal, that is, it's like you can't even really wrap your mind around like how this happened, or like it's like you can't it's like this energy where you just can't believe that this has been going on the whole time you've been away. It just, you're like this, how it's just, you have so many questions. It's like you had questions while you were away, and now you're here, you're back home, and those questions are answered, but it only created more questions when you encounter whatever this is. And you're like, how did this, why did this, how am I, it's just you have so many thoughts going around in your head, and I feel like you're gonna play it cool in front of the person or people that you're coming home to. But I feel like when you get alone, it's just you're sitting in your thoughts, and you're asking God to please help you, because you don't know how you're gonna do this. This is a lot, because I feel like it's something very sudden. It feels like whatever this is you're coming home to, it feels like it happened suddenly. You don't feel like you've been away that long, but somehow it just feels like all this took place while I was away, and now this is what it is. It's just, yeah, it's like you're gonna have to chew on this for a while. That's what I'm getting. When you make the discovery, I feel like you are gonna make a vow to stick by this person's or these people's side. You're going to make a vow to do your part. Take this on to make up for whatever whatever you weren't doing before, or what the time that you weren't there. But I just get that you're going to have to sit with this for a while and process whatever this is just within yourself. It's going to take a while for you to wrap your mind around the fact that this is your life now, that this is where you're at, this is what you're doing. But it definitely changes things for you in a very drastic way. I feel like after you discover this, you are never going to be the same, and neither will your life be the same. Everything you were doing before, everything you were thinking before, it changes almost instantly. And you realize that you can't be who you were before, because whatever you're taking on is like, it requires a new version of you. It requires, like, I'm hearing a more responsible version of you. Maybe you were used to like effing off and not really taking things seriously, but when you come home to this, it's like all those, I'm hearing that the Bible scripture, I can't quote it exactly now, but It's like when I was a child, I thought as a child, and when I, gosh, I can't quote it exactly. I think Lauryn Hill has it in her lyrics as well, but it's like when I grew up, I had to put childish things behind. So I feel like a lot of you could be going through a process of maturation when you discover this, and it feels like it's like the maturation is instant. You don't have time to kind of go through the motions in a gradual way. It's like you discover this, you're grown up now. It's like if you were being childish yesterday, you're adult today. It's like this is that kind of energy around this. Okay, so that's about all I have for you all for this general energy reading. I hope it was helpful to you. Again, if you'd like to check out your monthly zodiac readings or your general forecast for the rest of the year, your love forecast for the rest of the year, you can go ahead and check out the Vimeo links below to view those. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, link to that information below as well. Follow me on Instagram at Serene Dream Things for daily guidance, and I'll be back with my readings, lovelies. Bye.